Well, it looks like snow season may now be behind us for a few months, but I live in the northwest suburbs of Chicago, and weather can change any darn time it feels like it. But what does that mean? Well, the Yarbo is actually modular, and we are going to change it from snow blowing mode. We're going to take off our snow blower, these aggressive treads, and these side panels, and we're going to convert this into, I guess, lawnmower mode. So what's that mean? Well, we are going to then change these treads for the turf treads, and these polycarbonate panels, the ones that came with the snowblower attachment, are like a steel. So we're going to replace that, take off the snow thrower module, and we're going to replace the module with this. Yes, what is this? Well, it's the Yarbo lawnmower attachment. So the Yarbo is a modular system, and Yarbo sent this out to me to test, and my grass is rather long right now because it's been raining so much, and I actually got a notice on my door saying that I need to cut it. So it's nice and thick and tall and long, and we are going to definitely be kicking the treads on this to see how well it works. And I will definitely do an unboxing of this, but I'm really not going to walk you through the whole procedure of changing out the treads with these and disconnecting the module in the front for the snowblower, because I actually already did all that on my last video. But in a nutshell, we are, like I said, we're going to change out the turf treads, get rid of those, and you want to make sure, like I mentioned in my last video, that you save 2 pieces of that dense foam, because it's going to go like right in between the tread and the side, because we're going to be removing the snow thrower attachment and taking out the battery, taking it off its base. And when we lay it on the side, we want to have something to protect the antenna so it doesn't roll over while we're changing out the treads. So I'm going to do that first off camera, and then when we come back, we're going to unbox this and see what goodies are inside really quick, and we'll catch you in a few seconds. And just like that, we got the snow treads off, and we got the turf treads on, along with the polycarbonate side panels. And we're also removed the snow thrower attachment that goes right on the front here. Let's go ahead and get that the lawnmower attachment unboxed and on here, and map the lawn so we can get it mowed. All right, let's get to it. Right, Gunner? Hey, buddy, what are you doing? Yeah, that salt doesn't taste that good, bud. It's not meant for doggy consumption. The Yarbo lawnmower module is $12.99, and of course it comes with a nice warranty, and just like all Yarbo products, it's very stout and heavy, and this is packed extremely well. And my supervisor here, Gunner, is making sure that I'm doing everything up to OSHA regulations and standards. It does come with some replacement blades and screws and a nice screwdriver. Nice dense foam all around, and I decided to cut open the side of the box and just pull this module out because it weighs about 100 pounds. And I'm by myself, minus the supervisor, of course. It does have some grab handles on the sides, so you can lift it straight up. Again, this is one beefy unit, and it does have sensors in the front as well as a camera, so that way it can help avoid obstacles. And the bumper will also, if it bumps into something, it will avoid that obstacle. Okay, let's go ahead and lift this up and see what's underneath. So we got 2 discs here, and we got 5 blades on each disc that swivel out when they start spinning. Got these skids to help protect them. You got 2 huge casters on here. And you have some type of port on the side here by the grab handle. Wonder what that's for. But yeah, this thing is beefy and really heavy. So let's go ahead and get rid of this box here, and we're going to actually just back the Yarbo up and connect it like here. No reason to bust my back any further. And here I thought it was going to be nice and slick and just leave it on the foam. Nope. It's not that easy. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your grab handle on the top here, and you're going to line it up with the pins and just lock it in place. And then you're going to go ahead and put it on this twist-on connector, push it, twist it, and it's all locked in. You notice here though, there towards the bottom here, I did not have it fully seated, so I had to readjust that. You want to make sure that those pins are fully in the head of this lawnmower attachment. Yeah, the supervisor is really interested. Gunner really wants to see this thing move. I had to actually lift up the module and pull the foam out. Thought it was going to be slick, but yeah, you're going to have to lift it out of the foam. But as you can see, it spins on a dime here. For how long it is, I'm pretty impressed with how maneuverable this really is. However, when it comes to like edging and stuff, that is one of its shortcomings because of how long it is, and I'll be covering that later on in the video. So I guess all that's left to do is put the base in the backyard here and do some testing. And as I mentioned in my last video, this uses RTK technology with Halo, so you do not have to bury any perimeter wires. However, the RTK is powered by PoE, which means that your RTK will need to be pretty close to your router, or you could do what I did here, which I covered in my last video, is have a Wi-Fi extender with an Ethernet port on it. And these modules are smart because as soon as I replaced it, it told me that I swapped out the module. And with that, I've only done the snowblower module. And given that I've only done the snowblower module at this point, I'm actually going to delete this map. It was really, really cold out, and I could do a much better job the next time mapping out not only our driveway and the sidewalks, but my neighbors as well. So I'm going to just delete this one and start from fresh when snow season starts again. Now, I did cover this briefly on my last video, but this is my yard and the neighbor's yard. So in the upper left is my backyard, and the upper right is the neighbor's backyard. And the middle there is between both of our houses, and down at the bottom is the parkways, and you'll see all these paths that I've done as well. Granted that I'm on one leg with crutches, this literally only took me about 45 minutes to map everything out. And that included any no-go zones or obstacles. You can see that in the upper left. You see all the red spots. That's the no-go zones. I have the height adjusted for the blades at 3.5 inches, and I have a checkerboard, and I have smart turn turned on, and module clearance is on low, and I actually set it to do the perimeter first after I realized that I didn't want it to do the inside. And then I saved everything. I like that the app tells you the approximate square footage and how long it will take. And you have some other settings within the Yarbo settings. I was kind of hoping to see the smart vision for this like it did have for the snowblower attachment, but it is still in beta and hasn't been released yet. So you can see it as it's mowing through the cameras eventually. And since I've had the Yarbo for about 7 months now, it's gotten like 3 or 4 different firmware updates. So they are constantly improving the software, and it definitely can be seen. And they're always adding features and fixing bugs. So be on the lookout for that as well. Now it's definitely rainy season here in the northwest suburbs of Chicago, and as you can see, the grass is kind of long. So I did this time-lapse here, and what I did was did 2 passes. So what this will do for the checkerboard function is that it will do 1 pass when it goes out 1 time, 1 way, and then on the next mow job, it will do it again the opposite way, thus creating the checkerboard. I did not know that. I thought it was going to do all in one session, do back and forth, and then do the cross the next time. So it says it was tired and it went back there. I said, nope, come back out. So now it's going to come back out, and it's going to do go from left to right or right to left, however you want to say it's doing it. And we have some utilities, things that are sticking up in between both the houses. I set that as a no-go zone or obstacle, and I said don't mow or collide with it, and you can see it went around it. However, it didn't really go tightly around it, and I believe that is definitely one of the shortcomings of this, but there is actually another attachment that could take care of that. And we'll be covering that in a little bit. And my neighbor has been out of town for almost 3 months now, and yeah, this grass is really long, so we're going to be paying a lot of attention to his lawn here and see how well it mows it for the first time this season. And it's actually doing a really good job. One thing I really like about this module is that it articulates. You can see that the head just moves around with the contours of the yard, which makes it actually mow pretty darn level. And it's really fascinating to watch. And it has lots of markers on here. What I mean by markers, it lights up all around it. So, it could operate at night, which we'll go to in a little bit. But yeah, it's very fun to actually watch this thing move. And it actually moves pretty darn quickly. And as you can see here, it's now becoming dusk. I'm just making sure everything's going as well. And we had lots of wind storms that came by, and all the fences in our area are blown down. So yeah, at least it was minimal damage. None of the houses were damaged, but tornadoes were touching down not far from us. And here it is. It's when it's done, it will just go ahead and park itself and start charging on its wireless pad. So when it reaches down to a certain percentage, I believe down to 15%, it will actually go back and recharge on its own, and it will resume back on its own. So that's how it charges. It's pretty darn cool. Now, what are the things I like and don't like about this lawnmower attachment? It doesn't edge very well, and I literally went over the sidewalk, and you can see some of the high spots and the obstacles. It really couldn't hug them at all. And sometimes if you let your grass grow a little bit too long, like over here on my neighbor's side, it thinks that it's an obstacle and it just avoids it. Now, what are some of the positives? This battery lasts forever. I mean, it could do both properties on a single charge, and it mows quickly. And it's very efficient. And it's actually not loud at all. And after it's groomed the property, after a couple weeks, look how nice the lawn looks. It does a great job of maintenance. And that's the thing. It's going to go out every day or two and just keep it maintained. And that's the whole purpose of this machine. And as I mentioned, there is a solution for going around obstacles. And this is the Yarbo Trimmer Package. And this is one of the most unique solutions I've ever seen for autonomous lawn mowing. Look at this. Look how this just sits on the back of the machine. All right, it has its own module. As it's mowing, it's trimming around obstacles. That has to be one of the most clever solutions I've ever seen. It's just so fascinating that Yarbo comes up with all these solutions. And then if we go just back here, you can see that it just has all these different modules, and this thing is just so versatile. First off, the Yarbo core could tow up to 3,000 pounds. So it can move things for you. You got the lawnmower module, you got a blower module, and then you have the snow blower module. And I'm wondering, what are they going to come up with next? So hopefully I've given you enough details if this is the right solution for you. I know it's definitely the right solution for me. Being handicapped with one leg, I did have a rider for the longest time, but this gives you the freedom and versatility to just send it out on its own. You could go ahead and barbecue or maintain the smoker or work on your vehicle. You could just not worry about maintaining your lawn or in the wintertime, snow blowing your driveway, and guess what? You could also be that nice neighbor and do theirs as well. So hopefully I've given you enough information if this is the right product for you. So I really appreciate you tuning in to Tripod's Garage. Please have a wonderful day, evening, or weekend, or whenever you decide to watch this video. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll catch you again on Tripod's Garage.